In October 6, 1997, at 12:25 p.m., the San Jose police officers responded to an apartment in the 40 block of North Jackson Avenue after a neighbor discovered 84-year-old Alice Sharitz inside her home, visibly injured and unresponsive. The neighbor immediately called 911. Ms. Sharitz, who lived alone, was pronounced deceased at the scene. An autopsy determined that Ms. Sharitz suffered multiple traumatic injuries, including stab wounds, and her death was classified as a homicide. Over the years, detectives pursued every available lead, but the case ultimately went cold. In 2021, DNA evidence was preserved from the original investigation, was submitted to the crime lab. In October of 2024, the analysis identified a potential suspect as Joe Contreras. With the assistance of the Dallas Police Department in the state of Oregon, investigators obtained a DNA profile from Contreras and submitted it to the Santa Clara County Crime Lab. That DNA profile matched Contreras. On December 19th, 2025, a warrant was issued for Joe Contreras, and he was safely taken into custody by the Dallas Police Department. On October 6, 2026, Contreras was extradited to the Santa Clara County Jail, where he was booked for homicide. The San Jose Police Department would like to acknowledge and thank the Santa Clara County District Attorney's Cold Case Unit, the Dallas Police Department located in Oregon, and the Santa Clara County Crime Lab for all their assistance. I will now take questions.
Can you tell us this DNA sample, where was it from at the crime scene?
I won't get into the specifics, but there are a variety of items collected and submitted within the crime scene.
But we're hearing it was phlegm from a toilet. Can you confirm that?
No, I cannot confirm that. What I will tell you is there's a variety of items that were located, and the mere fact that Contreras did have a relationship with the victim, this is not a stranger-related homicide.
What was their relationship?
A former dating relationship.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that? How did he know the victim? If they dated, how long had they dated? Or
I don't have the particulars, but we were able to establish, based off of even incriminating statements, that there was in fact a dating relationship at that time.
And was he ever identified or interviewed as a suspect back when the crime happened? Was he ever found at the scene, or?
No. And the mere fact that she lived alone made it extremely challenging. So I would definitely kudos to our investigators for that relentless pursuit of seeking justice for this family.
Did people know, and did the investigators know back at that time that she and Contreras were dating, even though she was living alone?
No. No, nothing at the home back in '97. If you think about our technology advancements and things of that nature from '97 till now, there wasn't those. So the answer is no.
How were you able to obtain a DNA sample that ended up matching what was found originally?
Well, investigators use a variety of tools and tactics to obtain that. So I don't have the exact answer, but I can tell you investigators use a variety of tools and tactics.
How were they able to lock in on him, though, if he wasn't a suspect originally, to then obtain that sample, almost 30 years later?
Well, once we have the match from Mr. Contreras from the crime lab, now we need to verify, right? And so that's a part of the process, is that process of elimination. We can't just go off of the first bit of information. We need to verify. So once his DNA was obtained, we were able to then verify that was in fact the right person. And there was history of him being in the Bay Area back in '97.
So just for clarification, they collected DNA evidence from '97. There's no suspect. The case moves forward. At some point, you started retesting these evidence samples and then matching them against, or was this point where someone said, "Hey, she had a boyfriend back then. Let's test him"?
No, and I want to be clear. Our homicide unit is on a relentless pursuit of all cases that have not been solved. Okay, and our investigators, when they have that time, that precious time, They look at unsolved cases. They start reviewing any and all statements, including DNA evidence or evidence collected at the scene. Then they resubmit those cases. They talk, there's a coordination and collaboration with the Santa Clara County cold case unit, and once information is derived and it's a new lead, we jump on it and we pursue it.
So what was the new lead in this case?
The DNA that was submitted.
Right, but you didn't know whose DNA it was. How did it get Contreras?
So when we, like for example, we collect a variety of items, right? And over time, since it's been almost 30 years, testing samples have changed. Technology has changed. So when you look at evidence that you collected at one point, and I'll use carpet for an example, one carpet square back in '97 we don't have forensic capabilities, or the crime lab may not have those forensic capabilities. But now, time has changed, and when we look at the evidence collected, the crime lab, there's that coordination of, hey, we can in fact look at these particular items for evidence, and that's how this DNA evidence
And
was.
that's how you link it to him. His DNA was already in the system for some reason.
It did not until a DNA profile was obtained in 2021. So ultimately, a DNA profile was collected and entered in a system.
You know why his DNA profile was entered into the system?
No, I'm not sure.
Does he have a past criminal history?
His criminal history is very. There's nothing violent. It's old history, but I can tell you that there's nothing violent. Nothing that was significant that stood out to us at all.
Can you just go over your name and spelling so that we have it?
Oh, yes. Deputy Chief Brian, Brian, Spears, Spears.